EPT 100.
EPT 100.
Millions of memories.
Миллион вспомнений.
11 seasons strong. 11 temporadas.
History making.
A new chapter is about to be written in the annals of poker. The champion of EPT 100 will be crowned tonight.
EPT 100 Barcelona zu gewinnen mit zu vielen Teilnehmern und das zu schaffen, das ist ein Traum.
There are a few players that don't have much experience. I'm planning to win this thing today.
Confidence is peaking, rivalries are shaping, but only one thing is for certain.
Only one can win.
Only one can win.
Only one can win.
Welcome to Barcelona for the PokerStars.com European Poker Tour. This is the 100th EPT and it's been a record breaker with 1,496 players, making it the tour's biggest ever main event on European soil. 10 years have passed since the tour began and it's only getting bigger. Our chip leader going into the final table is Hussein Ensan, who KO'd final table bubble boy Bram Henrites. Joining him is newcomer Andre Latal. He's playing in his first EPT, but he's certainly not low on confidence.
What hit? 4 sevens, please. I have the nuts.
The last of the German trio is Zhizang, who's building a reputation as Mr. Slow Roll.
Oh God, he has aces.
Sam Phillips was on the receiving end of one of those slow rolls, but despite his misfortune, comes into the final table second in chips. Russian EPT regular Andrei Shatilov has been a giant killer in this tournament, busting former champions Dimitar Danchev and Dominik Panka. Rounding out the final 8, 3 champions of a different kind. Sunday Million winner Kirill Radzivanow is looking to prove himself in the live arena, while Scoop title holder Slaven Popov and WPT champ Andrea Dato will decide once and for all who has the bigger pair.
You have a pair?
Pretty big pair. How about you?
All 8 players were considered underdogs when the tournament began, but by the end of the day, one will be crowned champion of EPT 100. So the final table of this historic event is set. That trophy and a 7-figure score are on the line. Joe Stapleton is down on the floor to introduce the players.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final table of the 100th EPT main event from here in Barcelona. Let's meet the final 8. Seat 1 comes into the final table from Germany, Ji Zhang.
This represents his first ever live cash.
Seat 2 is number 5 on the Belarusian all-time money list, and for some reason chooses to go by the nickname Angry Moron, Kirill Radzivanow.
Took down the Sunday Million in 2012 for $166,000.
Seat 3 hails from Bulgaria. He's got a scoop title to his name, Slaven Popov.
And that scoop win was worth $560K.
In seat 4 is another player from Germany. He is playing in his first ever EPT, Andre Latal.
Certainly has more supporters than any other player at the final table.
Seat 5 is our chip leader, and this week he won the EPT's first ever seniors event here in Barcelona, Hussein Ensan.
Well, this is his first EPT main event cash.
Seat 6 went deep in the record-breaking Estrellas Barcelona main event with a 55-place finish. Today he's guaranteed nearly 20 times that amount. From Italy, Andrea Dato.
Won WPT Venice this year, beating Sam Trickett heads up.
C7 is a supernova elite and has previous for EPT main event final tables. From Russia, Andrei Shatilov.
Came 6th in the PCA 2013.
Seed 8 hails from the United States of America. His online results speak for themselves, but today will be the biggest live cash of his career, Samuel Phillips.
His online winnings total more than $3 million. It's time to shuffle up and deal. Everyone now guaranteed at least 121,000 euros with 1.26 million up top. Blinds right now at 80,000, 160,000 with a 20,000 ante. Dato under the gun, folds. Shatilov's out. Sam Phillips has aces. And he raises to 325,000. Shizang has pocket threes. He calls. And Joe Stapleton is back in the booth alongside me, James Hartigan.
James, it is an honor to be doing the 100th EPT final table with you. Just double teaming this commentary.
Action on Latal in the small blind. 6-4 off. He folds. Hussein Ensan, the chip leader. There's King Jack in the big blind.
He's going to want to come along for the ride, but this ride could very easily be like Rose McGowan's in Death Proof. And there's Stuntman Mike.
He does call. 3-way to the flop. Phillips, the commanding favorite. Ooh, top pair for Ensan.
How bad is this going to get for him? And these are the two biggest stacks. Yes!
He's going to lead it. 385K.
Not a huge fan of multi-way leads, pretty much ever, but even less so a top pair. It's a very dry board, so Sam's probably going to just call. There are less hands that will pay off a raise and not a ton of draws out there.
Phillips does call. As a huge favorite. Zhang's folded, heads up to the turn. It's a queen, which changes nothing.
Scare card for Ensan.
He slows down, he checks.
And this is going to open the gates to Value Bet City.
Nearly 2 million in the middle. Phillips bets 675,000.
How much you play? 6 million net.
To call here, you really got to be putting your opponent on Jack 10 or 10s.
Ensan does call. Phillips a 9-1 favorite as we go to the river. No help for Ensan.
Not the best run out for aces.
Ensan checks again.
But Sam probably can still value bet this.
3.3 million chip pot. Phillips bets 1,375,000.
Ensan's getting good pot odds to make this call, but he's only beating bluffs.
Call.
He calls!
And Sam's bluffing there less often than I go on second dates.
Huge pot for Phillips.
Thanks. Thank you.
He adds 3.3 million to his stack and takes the chip lead from Ensan. Sam Phillips now playing 12.4 million. Meanwhile, Dato and Popov are in the danger zone.
Danger zone!
Popov the short stack with just 11 big blinds.
You know, the very fact that you call him that shows me that you're not ready.
A7 of spades for the Bulgarian.
He's like an Eastern Bloc blues brother. Jake, Elwood, Slavin.
I'm all in.
He shoves from under the gun +1. Action on Latal.
Wearing one of those brand new candy jumpers. There's actually a little flavor strip in there. Candy jumpers, yum.
He folds. As do Ensan and Dato and Shatilov. Sam Phillips in the small blind, passes. Shizang in the big blind. Has queens!
How much?
Oh man, this guy slow rolls like a 4-year-old bowler. Poor Popov. When he sees the hand Zhang is thinking with, his head might literally pop off.
There we go.
Dude, turn the cards over first.
Popov gets the bad news.
He couldn't even turn them both over at the same time. It was amazing.
Slow roll.
Zhang doesn't know the meaning of the word slow roll. Literally, his English is spotty.
Popov at risk, looking for an ace or some spades. Oh, wow, this is going to be hard to come back from.
Spoiler alert, karma isn't real.
And Popov's drawing dead on the turn.
Sucks that you still have to tell the guy good game or you look like the jerk. I would have slow rolled him super hard in the handshake.
Popov out in eighth, cashing for 121,300 euros. No, you can't take that with you.
Wait a second. Can't believe nobody's tried that before.
Next step.
Zhang's not making himself popular.
Yesterday he snapped with king queen, and today he tanked.
No, it's not a snack yesterday. No.
He slow rolled me with aces against kings yesterday too. Massive pot.
What do y'all think of the slow rolls? Tag your tweets, EPT100. Zhang.
Welcome back to EPT 100. 7 remain at the final table. And there's one player who's not endearing himself to his table mates.
Slow roll.
He slow rolled me with aces against kings yesterday too.
Ji Zhang reacted, shall we say, strangely, when his pre-flop shove with aces was called by then chip leader Sam Phillips.
Oh God, he has aces.
其实我最不希望的是用 S 去 all in 一个 chip leader，因为我说了，我不希望这种坏运气发生在我的身上。玩了那么多天，我看到了很多这样的 bad beat， 所以说我不希望这种情况发生在我自己身上。
And Zhang currently sits 4th in chips in the PokerStars.com EPT Barcelona main event.
Bad beat, understandable in any language.
Well, Zhang is an amateur player. He's an IT engineer by trade. He's raised the button here with ace-3. Latal's in the big blind with queen-4 of clubs.
Candy jumpers, yum.
He calls. The flop gives Zhang top pair and Latal bottom pair. Latal checks, playing in flow.
See if Zhang continues.
No, he checks behind.
It's all right.
The turn is another 4, trips for Latal.
Hate the check now.
And Latal set to bet 500,000.
Good spot for a just call for Zhang. The 4 means he's chopping with lots of other aces. He's usually gonna have the best hand here, but that's not a reason to raise.
He does raise.
How much he made? 1,050,000.
Pretty much doubled the bet.
And when Zhang gets called here, he should know he's not in very good shape.
Latal calls. Nearly 3.2 million in the middle. 6 of diamonds on the river. Latal checks.
Zhang sighing like he's got the nuts. That's Zhang's wife, Ki Lu, the one on the right, not the guy in the hat.
Check.
He checks behind.
Good check.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got him, buddy. That is the rail of a guy who sold a lot of pieces. What?
Dernig is his online handle, by the way.
What's wrong with the world?
I've been asking that for years.
I still have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, Latal is now 2nd in chips. Sam Phillips still the big chip leader, and he's got ace-king here under the gun.
Heyo.
That's a raise to 400,000. Folded around to Latal. He passes. Ensan is out. Dato gives up the small blind. Shatilov in the big blind, queen 10 of spades.
This is a more obvious defend than when someone gets accused of being a bad parent. How dare you?
So, heads up to the flop. Shatilov with a gut shot. Phillips still ahead with ace high.
Not much has changed statistically. This could go anybody's way.
Shatilov checks. Phillips checks behind. Top pair for Phillips. Shatilov is now double gutted.
Is he thinking about leading?
Well, there was no c-bet from Phillips on the flop. Shatilov bets 375,000.
Not a huge fan of this lead. I think this card hits Sam's range pretty hard, and if Andre wants to bluff, he's better off check raising or bombing the river.
Phillips calls. The river's the 5 of hearts, so the board bricks out for Shatilov.
Running flush and a weird gut shot are the only things that came in.
He checks. Phillips with top pair, top kicker. And Shatilov folds before Phillips can even bet.
I love that move. He should get like a chip back or something for that.
Phillips boosts his chip lead. He's up to 18 million now.
You lost the pot today, Sam? What a crusher.
My name is Sam Phillips. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Before I got into poker, I was a student at Ohio University and I studied finance there. I started picking up poker in school and I've been playing ever since. I realized I could be successful as a poker player. The summer before, I think my junior year of college, I really needed money for rent, so I started to grind online and take the game really seriously. I remember when I was playing online and I would always look at the big tournaments, the PCA and all the EPTs, and that was always a dream. Now that it's like come to fruition and I'm getting to play these, I'm just super excited. I started coaching other players about a year ago. I mostly make video reviews of tournaments I've played and, talk strategy. I think my coaching and videos help players just break down the game and think about it in a logical way mostly. The best video I hope I can make is winning an EPT. If I could show people how to do that, that'd be great.
I don't even know if I would bother to play poker if my family was heir to that massive screwdriver fortune.
And blinds right now are 125,000, 250,000 with a 25,000 ante. Action folded around to Hussein Ensan. The former chip leader has ace-9 suited.
Former chip leader now in the danger zone.
He's playing fewer than 20 big blinds. He's raised to 500k. It's been folded around to Sam Phillips in the small blind, who's got 6s.
And with Hossein stacked, Sam may just opt to take the guesswork out of this and make sure he sees all 5 cards.
I'm all in.
He shoves on Ensan. Gets a fold from Zhang in the big. And a fold from Ensan.
Well, that hand is making the training video.
And now, Sam Phillips has 20 million. Nearly half the chips in play with 7 remaining. St. Ansan under the gun +1. Pocket jacks.
Now this is a good hand to go to war with.
Min raise to 500,000. Pocket 8s for Andrei Shatilov in the cutoff. He calls.
Usually that's going to be a shove, but he must think Ensan's super tight.
Ace-king suited for Zhang.
Zhang's move is the shove here. When he makes that move, anybody's guess.
I'm all in.
There he goes.
Says speedy for him.
Back on Ensan.
I am all in.
He reshoves. Easy fold for Shatilov.
And we're not all in?
The Russian's wicked happy he didn't shove now.
So Zhang at risk and racing.
Come on, guys. Latal's not even in the hand. Also, what is 7?
The flop has an ace and a jack on it.
Oh, that was so many emotions. It was like the T-1000 when it morphed into all those characters at once.
Zhang drawing super thin. Drawing dead on the turn.
It is kind of fitting that the flop slow rolled him though, right?
He exits in 7th place.
Not bad. Zhang's second ever EPT in his first in season 9, 171,000 euros. Nice.
And Hussein Ensan back up into 2nd place.
Look at that rail. It's like a mini Oktoberfest.
Latal's friends include fellow pros Ola Shemian, Fedor Holtz, and Christian Rudolph. So we're 6-handed now. Action. Folded around to Andrea Dato. He passes. As does Shatlov. Phillips in the small.
You know what you started with?
Total 2.4.
He just wanted to know if you knew.
All in.
So he shoves on Radziva now.
Standard unless there's some other short stacks about to go out.
And Kirill calls. So the Belarusian who plays online as Angry Moron is at risk and behind.
Are you sure he's not the kid from 2.5 Men? Ah, 7's how annoying those guys are on a scale of 1 to 8.
No, 2 queen.
At least that makes sense.
Oh, there's a 7. But no queen or jack for Radziva now.
Come on.
7 hits, crowd goes quiet.
Deuce on the turn. Same 6 outs needed for Radziva now.
7.
No queen, no jack, and it's back to Uncle Charlie's house for you.
Phillips pairs his 10 and Radziva now is out in 6th place.
Good game.
Sam Phillips KOs a player and consolidates his chip lead.
And to be fair, the angry moron appears to be neither angry nor a moron.
Anyone in for even shopping? Even shop, anyone? Even shop, yeah. We just stop playing and split the wealth.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Latal's a bit of a mystery, wrapped inside an enigma, wrapped inside a gray sweatsuit, wrapped inside the number 7. His friend Christian explains.
7 is actually kind of interesting because we have some flipping games and stuff. If you're sitting around and just going to a restaurant and something, we have to pay the checks and stuff and the bills. And there we have to play some flipping games, and every time the 7 is coming, so it's kind of insider. So like the 7 is always coming, so you can't really lose.
Ah, that explains it.
Explains what?
I don't care. Look at Ola Shemian sitting in the owner's box.
I don't think even Shemian knows what this 7 stuff is all about.
Owen.
Anyway, Andrei Shatlov has moved all in with King 10 suited. Folded around to Latal, who's got ace-jack.
That's a call. Bring on the 7s.
I call.
He calls.
Andre's live for now.
I fold.
Ensan folds the big.
Thank you, Ensan. Way to get involved.
Король 10, туз валет живая, как бы. Масть. Король 10, туз валет.
He just said, anyone yells 7, we pay them a visit later.
Shatlov has 2 live cards. Ace high is holding for now.
And a 7 gives Shatlov 4 more outs.
The turn card is a spade.
Наша поехала, да.
It also gives Shatlov an up and down straight draw.
Latal trying to intimidate the deck.
17 outs for the Russian.
Нет.
And he bricks the river.
We like the emotion.
Hang on, where's he going?
Going for a new distance record.
Shatlov eliminated. Andrei Latal doing victory laps.
Oh yeah, new world record. Now he's gonna order a 7 and 7.
The players are making their final push at Casino Barcelona. During the break, we lost another player. with Italian pro Andrea Dato going out against Hossein Ensan. This senior looks far from retiring as the 100th PokerStars.com EPT main event continues.
Far from retiring, but he is taping Matlock while he's away, or as it's known in Germany, Matlock die Alte und Anwalt.
Well, we're going to play against Ensan in this hand. He's on the button and has raised to 600,000.
Hungry fella?
Sam Phillips with ace-queen. I guess he's going to play this, so let's sweat with Sam.
I think I like a 3-bet in this dynamic. And Sam's going to be raising pretty wide, and Latal is not likely to wake up with better.
The chip leader is counting out a re-raise. This is a 3-bet to 1.65 million. Latal folds. Ensan will play a flop in position.
Ooh.
Ace 8-8 with 2 spades.
I actually think I like a check here because it's hard to get called by worse, and I really don't want to double this dude up and basically be out.
Phillips continues for 1.5 million.
Sam's no dum-dum, though, so he probably thinks Hossein will get stubborn here with lots of worse hands.
Raise.
Oh, he's raising.
Uh-oh.
That is huge, 4.1 million.
Well, we can't fold, but we also maybe don't want to get it all in. The sick part, too, though, is we call here, we probably also have to call turn. This just got real.
Phillips calls. Huge pot. 12 million in the middle already. 3 of clubs on the turn.
Yeah, this is not really a turn we can fold on. This is why I like checking the flop.
Phillips checks. Ensan going for chips. He's betting again. $3.25 million.
Such a small bet. I think we have to call, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared, Mom, scared.
I mean, he's kind of committing himself here. This looks really strong. It's got to be an 8, right?
Well, we kind of just have to hope that he's freaking out with spades or a worse ace. Have I mentioned we should have checked the flop?
I think Ensan's got an 8. I think Phillips has to fold this.
What 8 did he call? 3-bet with pre-flop? Exactly ace 8. Nah, man, we called the raise. We're calling now.
Phillips folds. Ensan did not have an 8. Jack 10, a total airball.
Hossein really is Ensan in the brand.
And he has reclaimed the chip lead. 21.2 million.
Also ich bin 22. Mai 2014, bin 50 geworden. Seniorenturnier hatte ich gar nicht vorgehabt. Und ich wollte einen Tag genießen. Und dann ein Freund von mir sagte, das ist Seniorentournament ab 50. Und habe ich auch versucht und das hat's geklappt. Das habe ich auch gewonnen. EPT 100 Barcelona zu gewinnen mit zu vielen Teilnehmern und das zu schaffen, das ist ein Traum.
I hope I look that good when I'm 50.
7 years to go, Joe. 7 years to go.
Fingers crossed.
Blind still 150,000, 300,000. Phillips on the button with ace-king. He raises to 600K. Latal in the small blind. Folds. Ensan in the big blind. Still stacking chips from the last hand. Has ace-deuce.
What's he doing?
Raise.
He's racing.
I hate this if he's doing it for value. I don't mind it if he's turning his hand into a bluff.
He 3-bets to 1.5 million.
Sam's gonna have no problem 4-bet calling it off here.
Here comes the 4-bet. 3.5 million. Whoa, Ensan shoves!
Call.
And Phillips calls!
Well, this is gonna go down as a major punt, but ace-deuce isn't the worst hand to do it with.
The biggest pot of the tournament, 30 million in the middle, and Sam Phillips' tournament life on the line, even though he does have the best hand.
72% chance the poker coach doubles up.
Still ahead after the flop.
Low but safe.
High card. Just put a king out there.
Don't even cover, do you?
No.
Phillips just has to fade a deuce on the river.
7!
7!
All right, fine, 7.
It's a king.
Go, baby! Let's go! Come on. Hell yeah.
Huge double up for Phillips, and he reclaims the chip lead.
Oh, Sam Phillips, you have got a lot of chips.
To the delight of his buddy Bob.
Charles, you make to ICM or chip chop?
Chip chop. I'd only consider chip chop.
So, the 3 remaining players are now discussing a potential deal. Here comes tournament director Toby Stone with his trusty laptop to crunch the numbers.
You have to play for 10% of remaining.
Okay.
What's remaining? I can figure what that out is for you, but that is one of the terms. You must play for 10% of remaining.
Yeah.
You have still 1 million if you give me 50 more and him 35, and then we have a deal, and it's still super fine for you.
I mean, I'm in a good position. I'm in a really good position if we play.
Here comes Gibberish 7 guy. He'll sort this out.
40 off my chip count number and for you, and then 30 for him. So we got a deal?
Well, because of his monster chip lead, the deal would guarantee Sam Phillips more than $1 million.
And 7 guy's not sure there's enough 7s in there.
Should I do this? I'm gonna win this tourney so often.
You will, but
I'm still getting.
You're never gonna. This is a ridiculous spot.
I'm just gonna win this all day.
Huh?
I can whittle them both down.
Yeah, the other guy's dangerous, kind of, when he has a bunch of this.
Okay, so 40 more for me and 30 for him, and we have a deal.
40, yeah, 40 for you, 30 for him.
Yeah.
Looks like they've come to an agreement.
Sounds good to me.
It's good.
All right.
Everybody's getting some money.
Well, Hussein Ensan has the shortest stack. He's locked up around 653,000. Latal's guaranteed 704,000. Whatever happens, Sam Phillips is the big winner today. More than $1 million for him. 90,000 euros still in play for the eventual champ. Ensan on the button. Pocket deuces. He raises to 600,000. Ace queen for Phillips.
This could very well go in before the flop. Especially now that there's been a deal.
A 3-bet to 1.6 million. Latal in the big blind folds. Action back on Ensan.
All in.
He shoves. And Phillips calls. We are flipping for 16 million chips.
Small pairs aren't so bad to 4-bet shove with.
And this time, it's Ensan who's at risk.
We got ace queen against deuces.
Like comic books versus video games, one of these 2 hands has the slight mathematical advantage.
There's an ace in the door. Sam Phillips takes the lead. He's now a 91% favorite, and Hussein Ensan is about to exit in 3rd place.
3 hands in a row these 2 have gone at it.
Deuce on the turn!
Sam Phillips better be thanking his buddy Bob. Best deal ever for him.
10%.
Ensan now the huge favorite. Phillips looking for a 10. It's a 5. Ensan doubles up.
Things can change so quickly in tournament poker. Oftentimes there's nothing you can do about it. That's why you make deals.
I have no anti-chips anymore.
What's that?
I have no anti-chips. I'm such a loser.
You want some?
Have I ever won a pot at the final table?
Not many.
I'll sell you some.
Sam Phillips has lost more than 1/3 of his stack, but he's still smiling.
Well, he's still the chip leader.
Oh, next level is awesome. Then I can just jam.
Is he talking about moving in or like a sweet guitar solo?
Ensan, currently second in chips, has ace-10 on the button. And he raises to 650,000. Sam's folded. Latal's got threes.
I'm all in.
And he is all in. And he's been called.
Another standard race, sword and shield versus trident and net.
Ja, I'm all in. Hatte Dreier als 30 geliefert. Standard, Dreier. Erst Team. Ace on the flop, 3 on the river.
Latal, the player at risk. Well, no ace or 3, a ton of spades out there. Latal currently a 2-1 favorite to double up and take the chip lead.
7. Oh no!
What is it? 7! 7 one time!
A spade will chop it. There are 10 cards which will eliminate Latal. But he survives.
Well, he's gonna have some anti-chips now.
He doubles up and takes the chip lead at this three-handed final table. 20.1 million.
Not a 7 in sight.
Have you got what it takes to make an EPT final table? You can qualify for a European Poker Tour main event right now at PokerStars.com. Andre Latal is the new chip leader at the PokerStars.com EPT Barcelona main event. The superstitious student has run well today, and it could be down to one thing.
Also ich habe halt den Tag 1 mit 44.000 beendet, was so relativ wenig war. Dann bin ich noch mit Freunden unterwegs gewesen und ein Kumpel von mir hat von Ole Chemion halt diese Kappe weggenommen und die lag dann am nächsten Morgen bei uns in der Wohnung. Ja, und da habe ich die mal aufgesetzt und den nächsten Tag war ich dann 10 in Chips.
Oh, so Ola's just waiting around to get his hat back. Isn't that the same hat that Marty McFly Jr. wears in Back to the Future Part 2? Do you think he has the sports almanac?
So we're still three-handed at this final table. Andre Latal has king-queen on the button and he raises. Hussein Ensan with king-9 in the small blind.
Raise.
3-bet coming. He makes it an even 2 million.
I think I prefer a shove to a small 3-bet. This gives Latal a really nice price and still commits a lot of Ensan's chips.
The chip leader calls with the best hand and the advantage of position.
Candy jumper, yum.
Both players connect. Second pair for Ensan and Latal. Latal with the better kicker. And Ensan set to continue. He bets 1.3 million.
Even though he's the pre-flop aggressor, I'm not a huge fan of the C-bet. Better hands are never folding, and he's not likely to be up against too many worse hands, especially ones that can call. Even queens fold there sometimes.
An 8 on the turn. And Ensan shoves!
I didn't like the flop bet, and I hate the turn shove. An ace is never folding. He's pretty much only folding out, hopefully, better kings, and that is not much of Latal's range.
Why so much?
That is a good question, Poochie. But from Latal's perspective, I'm not sure this is a call. We know Ensan's been blasting off all over the place lately, but does Latal?
Call.
He calls, and Hussein Ensan is drawing to a 9.
That is thin.
Just 3 outs. Oh, we are down to the final 2. Latal set to go heads up against Phillips.
7.
The river card is a 10. Hussein Ensan eliminated. Latal going heads up against Sam Phillips with a huge chip lead.
And I'm gonna allow this move. I mean, how many times in your life are you gonna get a chance to do that? I wonder if he's gonna dive into it Scrooge McDuck style.
And cashing an EPT 100 in third place for more than 650K is Hussein Ensan.
Sick run for this guy. Binks the seniors, third in the main. If he wasn't retired before this, maybe he will be shortly. That's a nice little addition to the fund.
And then there were two. The German student against the American online pro.
How much you start? I forgot it.
Like a little over 7.
7K? Okay.
7, lol.
Phillips on the button with aces.
Oh boy.
He completes.
Hoping he can limp jam if Latal raises, and it looks like he's gonna get his wish.
All what I have.
Call.
A shove and a call.
This is for like 16 big blinds effective, so this hand plays itself.
Aces! Ace 6 suited, easy regen. Ja. Was soll ich machen?
Well, if Latal cracks aces, it's over. And he has picked up outs on the flop. As things stand, Phillips an 81% favorite to double up. A 6 on the turn, so Latal swaps 4 outs for 2. Phillips just has to fade a 6 on the river. Close, but it's a 5. We play on.
What you can do?
Now we are finally getting to the bottom of this 7s thing. Tell us, 7 guy.
Every time we play a poker game and something, or an important hand is coming down, every time the 7 is coming. So if you're going all in with the 7, every time the 7 is coming. So we're all screening the 7 because it is kind of normal that the 7 is coming.
Sorry, maybe I'm just being a bit thick, but I still don't get it.
I do. What's wrong with you?
So Phillips has narrowed the gap between them. Latal still in command. He has Queen Jack on the button in the small blind.
And he's changed out the flavor strip on his candy jumper. In there now, bubblegum. Candy jumpers, yum.
Latal raising to $1 million. Phillips has him dominated with Ace Jack.
Domination situation developing.
A 3-bet from Sam to 2.65 million.
Andre probably should not be folding this, even though we know he's in jail.
Call.
He calls in position. 5.4 million in the middle already. And Latal outflops his opponent, top pair and a straight draw.
Hits his live card somehow, youch.
Phillips does not continue. He checks.
Andre could check or take over the betting.
He checks behind. 3 of clubs on the turn. Gives Latal a flush draw as well. Phillips checks again.
Andre should start betting now.
No, he checks.
I think he's missing out on value by not betting there. He could even bet the flop, probably.
Deuce of clubs on the river, so a jack-high flush for Latal.
And it looks like Sam's going to try to bluff this.
Trying to represent a big club. Bets 3.4 million.
Andre settling in for a long think here. He knows he's only beating pure bluffs. And this seems like an awfully ballsy spot for a bluff. Andre's got the third nuts, though. Only 2 cards in the deck are beating him.
I call.
He calls, and he's right.
They're black, but there's no club, buddy. His vision may be a little impaired right now from the excitement.
And Latal opens up a 3-1 chip lead over Phillips.
Sam's obviously not thrilled, but he's doing an amazing job just tuning out that rail.
It wasn't that long ago that Phillips was a huge odds-on favorite to win this tournament. The momentum has shifted, and Andre Latal has all of the chips and is within touching distance of the historic EPT 100 main event trophy. Blinds now 600,000, 1.2 million. We've never played this blind level before.
I'm scared.
Phillips forced to make a move.
How much you have?
With blinds this high, no shib. It's all going in here.
I call.
Latal calls, and this could be it.
Sam's drawing quite live.
7!
He does realize his opponent has a 7, right?
7, 8, a diamond.
I like our odds here.
I like Abraham Stinkin's optimism.
Latal with 59% equity, on the verge of victory. Sam Phillips looking for help. But it's a king-high flop. Phillips could be drawing dead on the turn.
6 of diamonds, yeah.
It's a 9. Sam picks up a gut shot.
He's sweet.
Unless there's a 6 on the river, we have a winner. It's a king. Latal takes it down. Sam Phillips walks away with the most money, but Andre Latal is the EPT 100 champion. Sam understandably disappointed. He wanted the title.
Who won more money, though?
I know, I'm a millionaire. Okay.
Man, you played sick, bro.
Thanks, bro. Oh my God, it was a grind. I was getting the bottom there.
You were so close.
So because of the deal they struck three-handed, Sam Phillips cashes for more than $1 million. Andre Latal receives less, 794,000 euros, but he gets to lift the first main event trophy of EPT 11.
After 7 days of poker, we finally have our first main event winner of season 11, 794,058 euros richer, Andre Latal.
And so the European Poker Tour's centenary celebrations have concluded. Former champions, players of the year, newcomers. A record-breaking 1,496 players had dreams of becoming the EPT 100 champion. We saw psychic powers.
7, 9, deuce of spades. Oh yeah, deuce of spades.
An extraordinary bubble.
We have 6 tables with an all-in call.
Panka and Timex, the rematch.
How's it going?
How you doing, Mikey?
The last time I cashed an EPT, you knocked me out.
Online qualifier elation, which turned into bubble boy disappointment. Sam Phillips stormed into the lead at the final table, and victory looked certain. But with the crowd and the poker gods on his side, German student Andre Latal made a late surge. His first major title is the historic EPT 100 title. Or next time, it all starts again as we head to London for EPT 101.